Tonight, it's Noche Latina, celebration of Latin culture in the league. It's become an annual tradition and a very good one. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. In the last meeting for these two teams, the Spurs were handed a loss when they went up against the Thunder.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
Greg, you're exactly right. It couldn't have been worse, in my opinion. They didn't look fresh at any point in the game. Just seemed to be flat and listless, no spark.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the small forward.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
The Thunder have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Now Aldridge. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. And Parker gets it to go. The assist by Aldridge. Parker's got 5. Looking at the last game for the Oklahoma City Thunder, it was a loss to the Warriors in Oakland.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare.
And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Nobody near Leonard. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 5 points in the game.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
The Spurs have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
Green kicks to Aldridge. It's stolen by Ibaka. Westbrook dishes to Durant. Duncan with the block. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody down.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the 3rd fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
The feed to Duncan. It's hauled in by Adams.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Spurs leading by 3. Parker outside, and the wide open shot from Green. And it's good, and the assist by Parker. Green's got 5 points so far.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And Durant gets it to go.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
There's Parker with the 3, and again it's the Spurs from deep.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Here's Adams, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
and just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
He got his reward at the end.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Cantor checked in for Adams. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Singler, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Roberson.
And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
Spurs leading by 4. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Anderson with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And Diaw kicks to Simmons. Diaw, the pass to West. Stolen by Cantor. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Waiters no luck.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
The 3 for Mills. That's good. Mills has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
There's the triple. And Russell Westbrook with the 3.
His shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
And here's Mills from the arc. It's hauled in by Collison. Thunder trailing by 4. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Diaw with the steal. And here's Anderson for 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Fires for 3. Russell Westbrook again from deep. Westbrook's got a couple of 3s now in the first with the Thunder.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Simmons. Offensive rebound. And Tim Duncan closing in on 2 decades in the league. He talked about his continued love of the game. Well, Duncan breaking down his love for the game and what keeps him and going, not just playing, but still enjoying it at his age.
Man, it's phenomenal to see, because Tim Duncan doesn't usually get too introspective with us. Anybody that plays this game knows exactly what he's talking about. And at the level he's competing currently, I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon, that's for sure.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter is about ready to get underway. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
So for Oklahoma City right now, on the perimeter, it's Waiters and Durant, the rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. And it's Foy in at the 1.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Well, the Spurs just don't go on losing streaks very often, Greg. One perk of being a talented veteran group.
Yeah, how about the Spurs lost 4 games in a row twice last year. Over the last decade before that, Kevin, they had only lost 4 games in a row twice. Unbelievable.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Diaw. Here's Parker. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. And now a 10-point Spurs lead.
And you look at the Spurs and how they avoid losing streaks. I mean, most teams losing 4 in a row wouldn't be such a big deal. It's only a big deal for the Spurs because they're so consistent year in and year out.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Boris Diaw. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Roberson, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And Parker comes with the help. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Now we get a chance to check out Kevin Durant. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. third in scoring, fourth in free throw percentage. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
You know, to do what he does, you have to have that scorer's mentality. I mean, he knows he's the go-to guy, and everybody else knows it too.
Parker dishes to Green. Aldridge kicks to Parker. A second chance effort. Leonard, no luck. Thunder trailing by 10. Ibaka outside. Fires the three. Randy Foye is on the way. From the arc. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Here's Aldridge. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level. And Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself. He's got down low. Really difficult for them.
Cantor checked in for Adams. Singler comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Randy Foye.
It's a great job getting the ball inside now. I mean, they're intentional about it. The coach really wants them to show some physical presence here in the second. And they've shown that.
Westbrook passes to Durant. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And 12 points for Kevin Durant.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Parker dishes to Leonard. To the paint, here's Aldridge. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Stolen by Durant. Fast break, here they come. Floats one, and it's Westbrook missing. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Aldridge kicks to Duncan. Parker passes to Aldridge. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Collison's out there. Duncan misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
There's Green with the three, and the shot is good. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
For a long time in San Antonio, it's
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the
Williams and
floor.
Kawhi Leonard seems to be their future.
And Kawhi
Spacing.
and the big three recognize that and are trying to ease the transition period. And if you know the Spurs, they'll make a smooth transition once they get it.
Absolutely. Waiters, he's checked in for Roberson. We've got 1:28 left here in the second. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Off target with his three.
And guys, for Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs, Coach Popovich already sees him as the next guy. He told Leonard not to think of the big three, but to think of himself as the big one.
He feeds it to Aldridge. The Spurs have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Outside Collison. Passes it to Waiters. Shoots the three. San Antonio with the rebound.
And guys, with what Popovich said about Leonard, small things like that can be the catalyst to get a player to reach greatness. Sooner or later, this will be Kawhi's team.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number one for this defense.
Absolutely. You cannot allow a team to have that kind of a rhythm from beyond.
So it's San Antonio now. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Right side Aldridge. Pass to Duncan. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Green's got 13.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Collison gets a wide-open look, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Back to Leonard with 1 on the clock. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Spurs out in front. They lead by 18. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Pop, a solid halftime lead here. How were you able?
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Some nice stretches of basketball from them, and at one point, they pushed the lead up to 7. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every position.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What? Guy who's been getting it done is Danny Green.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the guard position. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. No good from Duncan. Here's Durant. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to their tournament, but had to withdraw from the team club.
And, you know, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
Parker kicks to Leonard. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Spurs working the ball around now, and the shot is good. 8 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Thunder trailing by 16. It's Durant on the wing. Leonard with the steal. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Durant, no good.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
Leonard, no luck. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against New Orleans.
I think everyone who saw that game would just have to agree it was about what they could do defensively in terms of winning.
And I thought the activity was tremendous all over the court defensively, and that kind of hustle is going to pay off for you, and it also is going to keep your coach happy.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with a miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
At the elbow, it's Aldridge. Parker with no one around. San Antonio again missing. Adams against Leonard. Durant wide open. He fires. Nice shot from the wing. Durant's got 9 points in the quarter.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Aldridge dishes to Green. The three. Can't get it to go. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Thunder trailing by 16. Here's Durant. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
That's a 2 from Parker. That's short off the rim.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Aldridge, the pass to Green. Outside Leonard. Screen by Duncan. Three-pointer. Another miss by Leonard.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Parker outside, inside. They kick it out to Green. And there's the 3-second violation. A different look for Oklahoma City. Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And Deion Waiters subbed in for Andre Robertson. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up for the Spurs dance team.
1:27 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Ibaka. That one's good from the corner.
And when you look at Serge Ibaka, it's amazing how methodically he's worked on his shooting. I mean, it seems like every year his range extends another couple of feet. He now has one of the best mid-range jumpers in the game, and that has obviously opened up the offense for everyone else. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Thunder trailing by 10. Getting back to Ibaka, he entered the league primarily as a dunker. Cut to last season, he's shooting over 3 threes a game for him.
And that was an objective that he wanted to pursue going into last season for his development and his team's progress, but that also helped drop his overall field goal percentage below 50.
And Leonard gets it to go.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Waiters, and the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
For 3, Westbrook. But they get it back. It's stolen by Duncan. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Just 3 on the clock. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And here's Leonard from 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. Thunder trailing by 19. So the Thunder 5 right now. Kyle Singler is out there with Nick Collison. Then there's Dion Waiters. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Foy in at the point guard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Feeds it to Foy. And stolen by Aldridge. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Leonard with the ball, and Green gets it to go. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Spurs.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Spurs passing it around. Dishes to Duncan. The pass to Green. Back to Duncan. 4 on the clock. And here's Leonard from 3. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Duncan's got 5 assists tonight.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Durant, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that. Right?
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Tipped away. Durant with the steal. The tray. Green with the rebound.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
A 3 from Leonard. Thunder with the rebound. Here's Durant. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting, his rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Collison. Roberson comes in for Dion Waiters. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Randy Foy. Robertson dishes to Adams. Outside for Durant. Oklahoma City the rebound. From deep. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
What a performance from Durant here. He's got 30 points and also 3 nice steals. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
Duncan, the pass to Leonard. Green kicks to Aldridge. Out to Parker. He dishes it to Leonard.
2 minutes,
1:58 left in the game. And it's blocked by Ibaka. 3-on-3. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And Adams kicks to Ibaka. And that one goes long.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
They kick it out to Green. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Leonard, a good look. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for San Antonio.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3. It paid off for him in the end.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Leonard. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand. Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Durant for 3. But they'll get another chance.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Green, no luck. One-on-one here. Shoots from the corner. Jump shot is good that time.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Tony, congratulations on the victory tonight. You made a lot of things.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the... And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille...